Hi, Sam Burke, Corporate Chef for Rare Medium Academy. We are here live at the iconic Six Head at the Rocks in Sydney. Now this restaurant has really been shaking it up in the dining scene here in Sydney, and we've got the head chef to my right, and we're going to talk all things steak today. Scott Greve, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Sam.
So mate, what a venue. How do you become the head chef of Six Head? Talk to me. Talk to me about your history.
So basically, I started in the UK. I used to work for Jamie Oliver for 8 years. Got the opportunity to come out to Australia after I'd opened a few restaurants for them. Started off with 5 in the UK and went up to 30. Came to Australia, and luckily enough, Sean, who I used to work with, who's the executive chef for Seagrass, asked me if I want to come and open this beautiful venue. Couldn't really turn it down, to be honest. It's amazing.
I'll tell you what, everything I see on social media about this just makes me salivate, and it's just about time we came together. The meat chef for Australia and the legend behind the grill. So today we're going to talk about the unique attributes of both grass and grain-fed beef. Let's start off with grass. What I love about grass-fed is you get that nice yellow fat in the skin, and that comes from the pigmentation from the grass that the animals eat, and it's actually got carotene in it, so that's what gives it its colour. And then you've got that nice earthy, robusty flavour in grass-fed steak. Grass-fed beef tends to vary in its flavour, texture and tenderness, and that's because of different tropical breeds in the grass all around of Australia. It's our job here at Rare Medium Academy to help chefs have a great understanding of what they're cooking. How do you do that here, Chef Scott, with your team?
So basically, every month we have a training class with the supplier, Tony, from Global Meats. Tony will come down and do an educational and demonstration day with the staff, including the front of house staff as well. So the front of house staff can then go and tell the guests what they're eating, what's on the menu for Six Head.
So branded beef, Scott, it tells the story of the provenance, whether it's been ethically produced, organic. You know, it just gives the consumer that kind of experience that they want to know where their food has come from. How does that come to play in an iconic restaurant like Six Head?
So here at Six Head, we've came up with an extensive meat program. So we've worked closely with purveyors across Australia they've told us their story. We've gone to them, and now we supply their product here. That story is then told to our customers.
Fantastic. So it's like a fine wine. People want to know where their food has come from.
Yep.
And it's our job in food service, not only for front of house, but the back of house, to have that knowledge so we can pay respect to the
that
products.
Traceability, so people know that everything's ethically sourced, it's local. Yes, what the customers want right now.
So what underpins branded beef? Australia's eating quality program, Meat Standards Australia. So what that is a program that provides eating quality assurance from the pasture to the processor, to the chiller, to the chef, to make sure that when Scott cooks his wonderful meat, that the customer is getting an optimum eating experience every time. Just like grass-fed, grain-fed has a lot of positive attributes as well. All cattle starts on grass, but the last 90 days, traditionally in Australia, cattle are finished on grain. So depending on the ration or what the animal's eating when it's finished, can depend on the marble score of the animal. So what we find with grain-fed is that there's a lot more consistency, the fat is a lot wider, and we tend to have a lot of more marbling, which is intramuscular fat, which adds to tenderness when cooking. Obviously, Scott, you serve both grass and grain-fed. Talk to us about some of the unique attributes of grain-fed beef here at Six Head.
So the grain-fed beef that we're using at Six Head is a higher marble score. So we're using a marble score 9+ product at the minute from Miura. So basically they feed the animal lollies and chocolates at their last days of feeding.
Wow.
So the product we get then is a marble score 9. By the time that's cooked down and the fat's melted, it's amazing.
Out of control. And it's just that kind of consistency that you can get as a chef that makes things a bit easier for you.
Exactly. Yeah. You find that a lot with grain-fed beef. It's a lot more consistent because you can control what it's eating.
So you've got that beautiful earthy flavour of the grass, and you've got that high marble score and consistency of grain-fed. Both a winner on menu.
Both amazing. Both absolutely amazing products.
So quick recap. Grass-fed beef, 100% of its life on our wonderful pastures. Grain-fed beef, 85 to 90% on pasture and then finished off on grain. Lastly, branded beef and MSA underpinning it with the producer to plate story so the consumer knows exactly what they're eating.